So one of my rules is I don't do coffee or drink dates. It works for some people. If you like it, I love it. This video is not for you. Keep scrolling. However, as for me and my household, we're going to have higher standards. I'm talking to this guy, and I'm going to read it to you because we've been talking for a couple days. He started talking about meeting up. So he said, we should get together over some pear and lychee cocktails soon. And I said, that's really sweet, but I prefer dinner. I like to get dressed up. Now, I always try to say it nicely because I don't want to be like, I don't accept drink dates. Like, you don't have to be mean, but let's just say I prefer dinner because I like to get dressed up. And he said, I see. What type of places do you have in mind? So I sent him a list of places that I've been like wanting to try.
A list?
All sorts of different budgets, okay? It ranges from like medium to a little bit higher, all different locations around the city, so he can choose like what works for him, you know, timing and budget wise. He says, these places sound really nice. I think it'll be fun to get to know each other over some nicer dining options. Here it comes though. But I wanted to let you know up front that if we were to meet at one of those places, I'm comfortable splitting the check. I usually will do drinks or something on the simpler end for the first meetup to see if there's a connection first. So my thing is, I don't like the coffee or drink date because they're trying to audition you to see if you are worth an actual dinner. This is the thing for me. Like, I know men. The number one thing men are judging you off of is your looks, right? When they see you, they meet you, they're gonna be like, okay, how beautiful is she? Is she put together? Do I find her attractive, right? That's the number one thing. Your personality may come second, sure, but the first thing is how you look, right? So with that in mind, my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer costs $32, okay? Why would I put on a full face of expensive makeup, do my hair, make sure my nails are done, make sure there's no hair on my body, and then come and spend 2 hours of my time talking to you for an $8 coffee or a $16 cocktail?
It's a coffee date. You are going there to meet someone who should see you as you actually are. You could literally take it back a notch, go on a regular coffee date with some jeans, a regular top, and you would look just fine. Yes, men focus on the looks, but men also like to judge by your actual look, because that is what I'm gonna see 95% of the time we're together.
And let's take it even deeper. When women go out with a man that they do not know, they take a huge risk. Men are crazy, okay? Do you watch the news? Like 1 in 5 men are violent. He could unalive you, he could RAPE you, he could stalk you, he could harass you if he feels like it. Like, it is very dangerous.
So then why go out at night? It's more dangerous at night in the dark. That's once again why it's even better to go on a coffee date, because it's still daytime. Can't do too much when there's light outside, when there's mad people outside. You gotta wait till the night to lure someone back and hurt them accordingly. Like, once again, proving why the coffee, smoothie, going for a walk date works.
Men aren't doing that. They don't have to worry when they meet a woman that they do not know that their lives will be in danger. Quite the contrary, men benefit from just being seen with you in public, okay? If you are beautiful, poised, well-dressed, it reflects well on him. People look at him and they think, oh wow, he must be the man. Ooh, he probably has money. You know what? He's probably a good guy if he can pull her.
First of all, people never care about you as much as you think they do. And then second of all, you do not know what some of these people are thinking. They could also be like, that's what she chose? That's what he picked? You're reading these looks, these signs. It's like, oh, they must think he bagged a shorty. Let's like a baddie, like all these different things. No, that's not always the case. You can dress up as best as you want and people still be like, you ugly.
So my thing is like, what's in it for women? We've already spent more money than you by just putting our makeup on. We're in danger. Like, what's in it for us? Plus, this man is a pharmacist, okay? You mean to tell me you make upwards of $150,000 per year, but you can't take me to $120 to maybe $200 dinner?
No. 2
drinks, an appetizer, 2 entrees, and a dessert?
No.
Like,
did you go to pharmacy school? Why are you taking a portion of my check? You pocket watching. Don't do that. That's not good. I don't care if I make $200K. I'm not gonna give you like a $200, $300, $400 dinner just because I make that much I can cover it. First of all, you don't know what I can cover. Maybe I take care of my family. Maybe I got a home. I got my medical school bills to pay. That's why the coffee day is so amazing, because I give you something still instead of leaving you with absolutely nothing.
And that kind of thing, look, men are supposed to be on their like best behavior when they're doing a first interaction with a woman. Like, that is when they are at their absolute best. So if he's being cheap now For a first interaction,
that's not cheap.
He's gonna be cheap on your birthday.
That's not cheap.
He's gonna be cheap on Christmas. Like that kind of thing, that only gets worse. It never gets better.
Cheap is taking you to a bodega and getting you a cup of coffee. That can be a little bit cheap. But if he took you out to Starbucks, like an actual coffee place, you'll see that that is not cheap at all.
That is the type of man that's going to want you to work full time, pay half the rent when you guys move in together, do the majority of the housework because he doesn't want to hire a housekeeper, raise the kids, plan most of the things, and then after you do your 16-hour shift of labor, he's going to want you to be happy and sexy for him, for his pleasure that night. Like, that's the kind of life you're looking at. So you know what? Good for this man for asserting his boundary. He did it very nicely, and it showed me what his attitude or approach is when it comes to dating new women, and ultimately it gave me the opportunities to choose, and I have my boundaries too, so I chose to not accept it.
A good man will do that when he genuinely wants you. And if we've all learned anything from how men treat women on their birthdays and special events, if they care, they will try. They're not usually the best at it because that's not something that's not done for them. So how are they supposed to know how to do it for others?
And so I didn't respond or anything. I didn't bargain with him or try to justify anything. I just quietly unmatched him because I wasn't gonna let him play in my face. But obviously if you're on TikTok, this is not irregular discourse. This is very popular. The Red Pill podcast men are always talking about all of these things. So it's not uncommon. Men are trying to get away with this these days. They're trying to see what they can do. They're trying to get at you for less than $20. Okay, so
some of y'all are going on a $20 date and then you're going back to his home to get $1 million prize. That is not how it's supposed to be. It's not trickery. It's not anything like that. Y'all supposed to be going on a $20 date. Just continue talking, becoming friends, seeing if you guys genuinely like one another. That is what it's supposed to be.
The pharmacist tried to give me a coffee date on a Friday. Saturday, a surgeon took me to a beautiful dinner with a view. The next day after that, this other man took me to this food event where the tickets were $250 because he wanted us to have VIP. So don't feel scarce about it because there are plenty of men. There are a plethora of men.
Baby, you just a hoe. Because what you doing the roulette of men for? Are you going to be with only one? Okay. Deny the pharmacist, no problem. Go on a date with the surgeon. Okay, cool. Why are you going on a date with another guy by Sunday? Are you not looking to just be with one? Or you just want to run the cards of all these different men? This idea of you gotta test all these cards to know which one to drive, insane. Oh, but she's just trying out men. She's just trying to see what she likes. Homegirl looks like she's at least 32. You know what you like. You know what kind of men you want to be with. Okay, cool. Are they staying with you? You're giving all this advice. Did you take your own advice and get the one? And look how she says there will be plenty of men. The older you get, there will not be plenty of men. There will not be a plethora of men.
Don't feel scarce about it because there are plenty of men. There are a plethora of men that would be more than happy to show you a good time. So never settle. Date until you find the best man for the job.
But never settling is in regards to never settling on their character. Look around for a man with good character. That is what will be around for a very long time. That is what will typically sustain a very happy, healthy relationship. Both man and woman. Men and women with good character.